Aloha and welcome to another episode of the Hawaii Vacation Podcast. I'm Aloha Bruce.
How's it going? You got Lanai.
Thanks for tuning in. We got a great podcast. We're going to be talking money today, budgeting for your Hawaii vacation, and give you ways that you can figure out how to do that.
This is an important one, I think.
Yep. This podcast is brought to you by Hawaii.com, the star advertiser, and Hawaii Aloha Travel.
Yes.
We're in Hawaii. We're Hawaii's experts, you know.
You just call him and he can help you out with everything.
Yeah.
And don't forget about my food tours. We have our food tours that we do that are now open again.
Yes.
And it's very cool. We also have our Circle Island tour and we have our Hawaii 5-0 tours. Is that on yet?
Yes, it's
all right.
on. We're booking all these tours.
That's some cool stuff.
Yes, so definitely check it out. All right, so let's get into it a little bit. Let's talk about budgeting, what you need to know. First, I think you need to know when you go. That's the first most important thing about your budget because that's going to determine a lot of what the cost is. Like if you're going to come now, I'm sorry.
No. We talk about this all the time on timing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I think right now, this is airing early in February.
Yeah.
So I think by May, fares are going to start going up again. And why?
Because of the summer.
And the vaccine.
Yeah.
People
So
should be having a
now is a
vaccine by
good
then.
time to book your flight, book your reservations or whatever you need to do.
As we get through here, I'm going to give you some pricing, which
okay.
is really interesting.
Can I just go down real quick again?
Yeah,
when the
please.
best time not to travel is the holidays. Obviously, you don't want to come to Hawaii in the holidays.
Yep.
It's the most crowded. Also, spring break is the most crowded, and summer.
It's summer.
Yeah, so you're looking at May is a good month. October, November is a good month, and then after Chinese New Year, which is usually the end of January, till spring break.
Yep. Right after January, the second week in January, boom, those prices go down. And you know what also happens at the beginning of January? We usually see airfare wars.
Yes.
But it didn't happen this year.
Yeah.
Because prices are
they're
just so cheap.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay. You also want to know in your mind, am I budget minded as far as hotel goes? Is it middle of the road? Do I need high-end, 5-star? A lot of times people need to understand about the expectations for hotels in Hawaii. I don't know if you would agree with me, but I toggle back a little bit on the expectations with hotels here.
Yeah, I think I agree because if you go, everyone's different, right? A 4-star to me is if you can get a good 5-star.
Yeah.
Quality-wise, cleanliness, service-wise. And then if you look at the other side, 5 stars is usually what they have to offer. Mm-hmm. But you can get a 4-star hotel that's still 5-star, but you might not have the amenities.
Right. I think what you're talking about is like some of these newer properties, newer, more renovated properties have that kind of feel. And I say that too. It's like a Royal Kona is a perfect example. A year ago.
That was a 1-star.
It was a 1-star.
It really was.
And now to me, it's a solid 4-star because it's brand new. So, and we have a lot of renovated hotels and we know where those are. The other thing is whether you prefer dining or eating on the cheap. That's another thing. Dining or eating on the cheap. If you're the kind of people on vacation, you're going to go out every day for dinner. You're talking at least probably $70 a day minimum to eat out every single night. If you're going to do nice, it might even go a little bit more.
And if you have a family and you're going to go out nice every night, that's something you got to look out for because now you got to add times that by 4 or 5. Right.
I know we do the private tours and we encourage people to take tours, but what if you don't? What if you don't want to take tours? That's another thing that might be able to save you a little bit of money. So,
because you can do a car rental but you're not going to get the full.
Right.
I always tell people this. People always say, I should have took this food tour first, the first day.
Right.
Or I should have took the Circle Island tour the first day.
Right.
You should have, Take your tour on the first day because then you'll know where to go if you do your own thing.
Yeah, same with helicopter rides because, the weather can be a factor. So take your helicopter ride at the beginning of your vacation.
Yes.
In case it has to get canceled, you can go the second day or the third day.
Don't book it on the last day, that's for sure.
So look at some of these airfare costs, and you can figure this when you're doing your budget. So I usually say figure your airfare first. So like right now, airfares from the East Coast are running anywhere from $675, and we've even seen a little cheaper, but basically $675 is the average to $900.
So would you say from the West Coast to the East Coast from Hawaii is about a $300 difference?
Yeah, about that.
Any time of the year?
Yeah, because right now we're seeing rates between $318 and
from the West Coast.
From the West Coast.
But the rule of thumb, any time of the year is about $300, $400 difference.
Yeah, I would say I think that's pretty good rule of thumb.
Because I always look at hours.
Right.
So if it takes me 4 or 5 hours to get to
You think
California.
it should cost less? I mean,
No, and then you go to 4 or 5 hours to the East Coast, so you're going to add on that price.
right. So if you say 400 to the West Coast and then 400 to the
Yes.
East Coast, I think you could do that.
Right.
And then add another 200 if you're going to go Midwest.
Right.
So Midwest is around 575. We're
Right.
seeing pricing. So, but that's like compared to last year, that's about 30% cheaper
Oh, yeah.
than last year. So, but
and,
I am
and,
telling
and no baggage. They're
Right.
not- and you can change the flight whenever
Right.
you want this
Right.
year. So maybe
Right.
you're looking at even a 40% difference.
I know when you think of the benefit that you have from not suffering from cancellation fees.
What does
If you-
Southwest look like right now?
Southwest is cheap. They're really cheap. The problem is their connections. You know, it's you got to wait a long time. Everything's got to go through Oakland or Sacramento.
Well, I saw an Oakland flight in this was December.
like for
though.
$99.
Yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. To
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Yep.
$99 from
Yep.
Oakland.
Now, keep in mind, if you book with us and the price goes down and you have that travel protection,
Yeah.
guess what? We bring the price down. We just
There
had
you
that with
go.
a client. It was $600 they saved. But just going back and look at the booking, because they had booked it sometime last year.
You see?
Yeah, see that? You see that? All right. So those are some of the prices. Accommodations. The average price last year was about $283 a night.
Ah.
So and
That's
you
really
know,
good.
that-
So if you
well,
do it
that's
two
about the
people,
average.
But if you split that in half,
Yeah.
you know what
It's
I mean?
only
That's
$140
right.
a night.
That's
you know?
a really good number.
Yeah. But hotel rooms have been holding out. We noticed that for some of the properties that we book, like I don't want to mention names,
Yeah.
but over this year, over last year, we're seeing a $500 increase in
Yeah.
hotel rooms. Go figure.
But do you think that's just a listed price? If you called them, would it be
No,
different?
this is like going online directly from the hotel comparing to what it was last year. You know, I mean, this is the price, their published prices. Our
Yeah.
prices are going to hopefully be a little cheaper. You
Yeah.
know, our pricing. I don't know how we're doing on time. Does anybody know?
No, well, we had like a couple minutes.
So, you know,
We have a couple more minutes.
All right, we have a couple more minutes. That's good. So those are the hotel rates. And the other thing is something you can help with is dining. You know,
Yeah.
we talked a little bit about on the front end budgeting for meals, but
This is how I look at it. My friends call me all the time, ask me about dining. I would always suggest, if you're here 7 days, 2 or 3 nights at a really good restaurant.
So that's
High-end.
what, $150 for two
Not
people?
even $100. Yeah, I mean, for 2 people, yeah, maybe
Yeah.
$75 a head.
Yeah.
But then we have some amazing local hole in the walls that are half the price that are just as good. You're just not paying for the tablecloth.
Yeah.
Or you're not paying for the guy
What would
going,
be a really
you need
good
more
exa-
water?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly.
20
What-
times.
What would be a really good example of that one? Because I want to share that. Make sure I share that with folks.
Like right in the middle, you mean?
yeah,
A local restaurant?
Yeah, that you're not paying for the tablecloth.
Liliha Bakery.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you're
true.
getting a good meal, you're getting a lot more food, and you're not paying for the tablecloth, and you can have a good dinner.
And the one on Nimitz, you're right there.
There-
Too, is
there's
a nice
Nimitz,
dining.
and there's one in Ala Moana
Yeah.
Shopping Center.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot. There's Mediterranean, if you want a good Italian food in a little house.
I know, that was incredible. We ate there the other night.
We
Crazy
take
good.
guests there all the time.
Yeah.
Roy's is not too high over the top either.
No.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you go to the Hawaii Kai one, which is right here next to us, and you got this amazing view.
That's true.
And it's mostly locals.
Right.
You're not. There's so many.
I know. So I think just for budgeting purposes, because we're trying to help folks with budget, if you budgeted at least $70 per person per day,
Yeah.
you'd have more than enough to eat. Very hearty, and I say even you could cut that down
Yeah.
if you do it right. Yeah.
You know what you do? Leave
Especially
us a comment.
if you're sharing.
Leave us a comment and ask us where down below where you're staying, and we can give you some recommendations.
Yeah.
If you need recommendations for restaurants,
Yeah.
leave us a comment.
Yeah.
We'll message you back.
Yes, definitely do that. Leave a comment right here on our YouTube channel here. Okay, great. So I think if you just estimate, how much your airfare is going to be. Let's say it's $500, then $200 a night times how many nights
Yes.
you're going to do it. Then add in the $250 a day.
Yes.
That's going to give you your total price, and we'll put that little calculation up there for
That's
you.
a ballpark, by the
There,
way.
ballpark number.
All right.
So we got to tell folks about our deal of the week.
What's the deal of the week, Bruce?
The deal of the week is a $200 savings on a promo we got, and you just go right here to our website, hawaii-aloha.com/promo. There you're going to find $200 off, $100 cash off of your next package up to $1,500, at least $1,500, and then you're going to get $100 off of any one of our tours from Secret Hawaii Tours. So that's a good value. That's like one free tour, like with you. I
Yeah.
mean, it's $169 usually for your tour, so it's
Yeah.
almost one free one for
Yeah.
you. And maybe, so definitely check that out, get the offer, and call us as well, 1-800-843-8771. That's the number. You can call us, and we can just mention the promo on the phone. as well.
Sounds good.
All right. We also got questions that we want to answer from listeners and people that are asking questions.
Don't forget, if you have any questions, please hit us up in the comments below, and we'll get to them.
Yeah, you can reach us at Lanai, L-A-N-I, at us all those verticals, or reach me at Aloha Bruce on Twitter. I'd be happy to answer questions that way as well, or our website, hawaii-aloha.com. All right, so the first one comes in from Arthur. He says, and this is another common one, the weather forecast looks terrible for the time I'm coming here. What am I supposed to do when I get there?
Don't worry about it. Unless there's a storm, then you don't worry about it, because the forecast changes so dramatically. I mean, look at today, was supposed to rain.
Right.
How nice it is. Because of our trade winds. Our trade winds are constantly blowing. We're on the longest jet stream in the world. And that's why it's so cool here. So if it says 90, it's really like 82 or 83.
So it's actually like hard to predict.
Yeah,
sometimes.
so if it rains, it blows through. You just wait 10 minutes.
Yeah, just wait.
Again, unless there's a storm.
Right. And I think we had this question before, too, is what's the cell phone reception like in Hawaii?
It's the same as it is wherever you live.
Yeah, terrible.
I got 5G on my T-Mobile.
I know that.
You know
That's
what I mean?
It's baloney. That's not 5G.
It's way better than I
says
had
5
last week. I had 4G last week. I
Yeah.
got 5G. It's been way better for me.
Really?
Oh yeah.
My
I
5G
always
isn't
upgrade.
doing anything.
Well, you don't have an iPhone.
Yeah. he's a real iPhone
He doesn't have an
junkie.
iPhone.
He's
What
an
are you gonna
iPhone
do?
whore. Yeah.
Yeah, you suffer.
No, I have 5G on my phone,
Oh.
but it doesn't. I think it's the carrier. If
Yeah.
AT&T
Plus,
is
you're
better.
not a real G like me.
Oh man, man.
I'm kidding.
Man, how emasculating.
What other questions we got?
All right. So here we go. Donna says, so the cell phone reception is good, but I have to disagree with him because there are places where you can't get cell phone reception in places
It's
where
like
you really
anywhere
need
else.
it, like out on the beach, like at Waimanalo Way, all on the east side. Sometimes you can't get good connection.
Yeah, it's like anywhere
And
else.
it's
but
like anywhere else.
what do you need it for? You're here on vacation.
You should be here on vacation. But
Yeah.
in general, I think we have pretty good cell reception. Certain hotels have better Wi-Fi than others, though. We've done shows about that, so go back and look at it. I know where all the good Wi-Fi is. Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's talk about...
And a lot of hotels are upgrading their Wi-Fi, by the way.
Here's Bob asking a question about budgeting. We were talking about budgeting earlier. How much spending money should I have with me?
How much do you spend, brother? You like me and treat everybody shots at the bar?
Yeah,
then you should bring a little extra.
That's another question that comes up.
Cocktails aren't cheap at any hotel or resort you go to. We ain't gonna lie. Any hotel or resort you go to in the world, it's gonna be double or triple the price.
That's where I think their biggest profit margin is in alcohol. Let's face it.
But take care of your bartenders.
But I think like we were talking about earlier, I think $250 a day, just having in your pocket on the credit card is a good rule of thumb, at least to have cushion.
Yeah.
Just in general. Noel wants to know, is food really expensive in Hawaii and how much are alcohol drinks? There's the question right there.
It's like any other hotel you go to. They're going to mark it up. A beer would cost you what?
$6-8.
No, I know, but what would it normally cost you at cost if you bought a 6-pack? Let's start from there.
Yeah, I don't.
What do you guys? What is a 6-pack of beer? I mean,
six-pack
it's
of
like
beer.
$4 or $5 for a 6-pack,
Yeah,
right?
right.
So
Yeah.
one bottle is going to be $5 or $6.
Yeah.
But they always have happy hours. We have amazing happy hour specials.
That's
where
true.
you can get drinks for $3 or whatever. But most of the bigger hotels in Waikiki, you're going to pay a premium price. A glass of wine will be anywhere from $8 to $15. And then you're looking at a mixed cocktail is going to be $10 to $15. Some hotels even 18 or 19.
I know. Yeah, some
that's
of
it.
them charge you big bucks for wine. But what about food, Joe? In general, I mean, it is more expensive here. I usually say it's about 20% more here for food.
Depends
than it
where
is.
you eat. If you go to a local hole in the wall, then it's not.
Yeah.
It's the same as where you are,
Yeah.
wherever you live. But
There
if
you
you
go.
go into a hotel, yes, it's going to be more expensive.
Should I bring a car seat with me for my kid?
I would bring one of those portable ones. And
Yeah.
depending how old your kid is, if you're renting a car, they usually have them for rent.
Yeah, but I don't like to use the rental car.
Yeah,
ones.
but you have to give everyone the offer, not
Yeah.
what you like. You have to
Yeah.
give everyone that offer. And then if your kid's like a 2 or 3 year old, they have those traveling ones that are light.
Yeah.
I would bring it.
Right. Well, you're a germaphobe, right? He's a germaphobe.
Yeah.
And they're
And
gross.
I have 2 kids.
Yeah, and so those seats are really gross.
Yeah.
That's why I tell people to bring their own
But
car
if you
seat.
have kids, you understand that they have those covers that you
Yeah,
can
they-
travel with.
oh, they do?
That you just pack in your backpack and you cover
if I
the
had
whole
kids,
seat.
I would understand that. I would know you could-
That's why I'm explaining for the people who have kids, because they have these covers that
Yeah.
are like wetsuits.
That's a good idea.
And you cover the whole thing, and you don't have to worry about it. That's why I always say bring that small traveling one and one of those covers.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, a cover for it. And I guess they might have custom-made ones for the different seats because they come in standard sizes.
Yeah.
That I know
It's
because we've
just a
had to
big
buy
one.
car seats
Yeah.
for our tour company.
And I have a friend who brings a trash bag and a seat cover.
Oh
so
my
they
gosh.
cover the whole seat with a trash bag or the car seat with a trash bag and then put that cover on it for comfort.
All right, and then finally, last question is from Abby. Does it pay to fly first class? What about inter-island? Should they fly inter-island first class? I don't think it matters.
First class
Inter-island.
inter-island, no.
Yeah,
It's a
definitely
waste.
not. It's just
20
a waste.
minutes.
The only advantage is I think you get to board early and you leave
And
early.
you get nuts and a drink.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would save your money on that.
Yeah, but don't you like to sit closer to the front of the plane on inter-island
Because you
flights
get to
in
get off the
general?
plane
Yeah, that's
first.
what I mean.
But yeah, but first
Yeah.
class is...
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to see. Yeah, now, and as far as the mainland goes, I just would like to say that just since the pandemic has occurred, flying first class ain't what it used to be.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bigger seat. They're nicer seats, but you're
not
not
getting
any
plates.
service.
You're not getting the service and
Yeah.
the utensils and all
Right.
that. Yeah.
We got to fly first class from San Francisco when we came back, and was
Same.
more people wanted to sit in first class because they thought of COVID, but actually it would have been better in the coach because
It was empty.
You had your own row,
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. But in general, I think from the East Coast and for people that just want the extra comfort, you're older, you're paying for this vacation, it's a once in a lifetime thing. Go for it. If it's not too much more money. All right, that'll do it.
That's an hour, I think.
That's going to wrap it up. All right. Don't forget to check out our website, hawaii-aloha.com. Thanks to hawaii.com
Yes.
and the Star Advertiser. And to Lanai here at Lanai.
Yes.
Make sure you follow and follow me as well at Aloha Bruce.
Thanks to you guys for watching.
And thanks for watching. Aloha.